Hello guys, it's your boy here, Classic for speaking. You know how we do it. We simplify the complicated. Alright, so today I'm going to be taking you through Euro USD, GBP USD, and then Euro GBP analysis. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as I take you through. Now I'm going to start off with Euro USD first, and I'm starting on the monthly time frame. I have my monthly upper zone, monthly mid-range zone, and then my monthly lower zone as well. Now let's try and put meaning into this analysis very quick. Now on Euro USD on the monthly time frame, I'm seeing strong level of buy pressure from this lower zone, which push price all the way to the upside. Now if you look closely, according to the structural formation on this particular time frame on Euro USD, price should go all the way up and then make contact with this resistance level, according to what we are seeing over here. Okay, so the overall direction on the monthly time frame on Euro USD is to the upside, and that is where we are going to trade to. But before we go into the overall direction, we need to understand what has happened on the various time frames and also try to make meaning of it as well. So now let's take it all the way to a weekly time frame and have a closer look as to what exactly is happening around here on USD. So let's go all the way to a weekly time frame for further look and further analysis as well. Alright, so this is the weekly time frame on USD. Now if you look closely at USD on the weekly time frame, we have our weekly upper zone over here. Hang on. We have our weekly upper zone here, weekly mid-range zone, and then our weekly lower zone as well. Now let's also put meaning into this time frame. We have a weekly push breaking above this weekly lower zone. Price came all the way down for exhaustion as expected, and then we saw a continuational push to the upside. Now on the weekly time frame, continuational push failed to break above previous high over here and then make it all the way to the upside to create another higher high. Instead, we saw strong level of sell pressure, which was able to push price all the way down. Now, on what we are seeing over here on the weekly time frame, it definitely tells us that what price will not be able to break above to create a higher high, but instead it's going to drop all the way down here to find the next level of buy pressure, which will be able to hit the market all the way into the overall direction of the market. Now, since we know that USD has to come all the way down to this support level here before it can find the next level of buy pressure all the way to the upside, that means that we can capitalize on this weekly exhaustion before it completes on this support level, and then the overall direction will also set in. So let's go all the way to daily time. If you look at how we can capitalize on this daily exhaustion before the overall buy pressure will set in to the upside. So USD, let's take it all the way to the daily time frame for further look and further analysis as well. Alright, so this is the daily time frame on USD. Now, if you look closely at daily time frame on USD, this is the daily formation over here. We have our daily upper zone and then our daily lower zone and so on. And then, since we said that we are going to capitalize on the weekly exhaustion, that means that there should be a specific area on the daily time frame that our entry should be located, or that our entry should be, and that is going to be as the daily exhaustion. Alright, so on the daily time frame, this is a daily push all the way to a downside. Once the daily push complete, it will go all the way back for exhaustion, where we will pick our sell to capitalize on the weekly exhaustion all the way down. Alright, so since we said that we want to capitalize on the weekly exhaustion, that means that our entry should be located at this particular area. You understand? Why? Because every time it has its own push and exhaustion cycle. You understand? The weekly is just going down in one move, but that doesn't mean that the daily should also follow in that manner. Daily has to complete its pushes and exhaustion cycle before it can go in line with what the weekly is doing. So here we are expecting price to come all the way down here with a push, go all the way back for exhaustion, back to retest here before the overall sell to a downside was setting. Now let's go all the way to the 4 time frame. Let me show you how we are going to pick the entry to the downside. Alright, so this is the 4 time frame on USD. Now, if you closely at the USD on the 4 time frame, this is how you're going to pick our entry. Alright, remember, this is going to be the weekly push, and this is also, this is going to be the daily push, and then this is also going to be the daily exhaustion before continuational push all the way down. Now, this daily exhaustion that will happen, you're going to see it as an uptrend. So we wait for that uptrend after it has made contact with this daily zone to turn into a downtrend before we start buying all the way. Sorry, before we start selling all the way to your downside. So USD, once price complete exhaustion, we are expecting a break of structure on this 4 time frame before we pick a sell all the way to your downside. So that will be it for USD entry to the downside. Now let's go all the way to GBP USD for further look and then another analysis as well. All right, now this is GBPUSD. Now GBPUSD, I'm going to start off from the monthly time frame as well, so that we can also know the structural formation over there, or the higher time frame overall direction. All right, so this is the monthly time frame on GBPUSD as well. Now, if you look closely at GBPUSD, it's almost the same thing as the EURUSD because they are strongly correlated. Now, over here on GBPUSD on the monthly time frame, we have a monthly upper zone over here, mid-range zone, and then lower zone as well. Now let's try and put meaning into this time frame very quick as well. Now over here on the monthly time frame, this is also a strong level of buy pressure which has hit the market and pushing price all the way to the upside. Now according to structure, price should also make contact with the monthly mid-range zone as we described on the EURUSD pair as well. Okay, they go in the same direction. All right. Now, since this is also what an overall direction, or the overall direction on GBPUSD is also to the upside, we need to also consult the other time frame to know what exactly is also happening with them before we can go into that overall direction. So let's take it again to a weekly time frame and have a closer look as to what exactly is also happening over here on GBPUSD. So GBPUSD, let us also take it all the way to a weekly time frame for further look and further analysis as well. All right, so this is GBPUSD on the weekly time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame on GBPUSD, look at this very carefully. We have a weekly upper zone over here, weekly mid-range zone, and then a weekly lower zone as well. Now, let's try and put meaning into this time frame very quick as well. Now, if you look closely at GBPUSD on the weekly time frame, price made a push all the way up, breaking above this weekly mid-range zone. This push was very significant because it was supposed to push price all the way back up to create a higher high here before it came all the way back for a higher low. But nonetheless, we saw strong sell pressure hitting the market after this break to the upside, and then even forming a very nice evening star candle confirmation. So this evening star candle confirmation that has formed rightly on this resistance level indicates a reversal all the way to a downside. So GBPUSD, we're also going to see an exhaustion which will bring price all the way back down before another buy pressure will hit the market into the overall direction that we have predicted on the monthly time frame. Now let's go all the way to daily time frame and have a closer look at what the daily is also telling us. So let's go all the way to daily time frame. All right, so this is the daily time frame on GBPUSD. Now, if you look closely at GBPUSD on the daily time frame over here, this was our daily upper zone and our daily lower zone. I think on Friday we took an entry over here, but it didn't really go so well. I'll talk about that entry very soon. Okay, all right. Now, as I said as I said on GBPUSD on the weekly time frame, this whole move is the evening star candle confirmation, signifying a reversal all the way to a downside. So GBPUSD is how we're going to pick our entry. Price should definitely break below this support level here first before we can start thinking of a sell all the way to a downside. Why? Because we are currently on a strong support level. We need to break below before we can start picking sell all the way to a downside. Now let's go all the way to a forward time frame. Look at how we are going to deal with things on the forward time frame. All right, so this is the forward time frame on GBPUSD, and on GBPUSD last Friday, this is where we picked our entry. Is it Thursday or Friday? I think Thursday. We picked our entry over here to the upside. So this was where price was supposed to push the market all the way back up. And then once price failed to buy from here, that means that the direction have changed. Okay, the direction have changed. I think once we took the entry, let me try and check around here. How many pips? I think we did manage to get some pips from here. I think it was about 30 pips, something like that. Price moved from this angle where we picked our entry all the way to this particular area, but later it came all the way back down in. I think most of you said you had break even. Others also said price was able to hit your stop loss. Nonetheless, it is all part of the game. We continue next week, and then we know how we're going to deal with this pair the following week. All right, so let me take these levels away because they are no longer needed. And as I said on the daily time frame on GBPUSD here, I said that price should be able to break below this strong support level, okay, before you can start thinking of a sell all the way to the downside. Okay, so once price manages to break below here, then you can come in with more sell entries to the downside, because now we know the overall direction of the market on EURUSD and then GBPUSD as well. Right, so this is my full analysis on all of these pairs, EURGBP, EURUSD, and then GBPUSD as well. So we're expecting something like this before we pick a sell all the way to the downside. I'll come with another analysis once price is able to break below this support level. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. As always, see you, stay classy, and then trade classy as well. Peace. I'm out.